Hello viewers, I am Chandurlal Pod, Assistant Professor of Mathematics at Government Hyderabad Jodhpuri Degree College, Dokri. I will teach you mathematics on my YouTube channel from today and onwards. This is my first lecture, and after this first one, if your response will be positive, I will be uploading more lectures that will benefit you to understand the concepts of mathematics. Due to the corona virus in the world, we all are at our homes and we are not able to go to our schools, colleges, and universities. As education is very important for all of us, so I am here to teach you the most important subject, that is mathematics. Dear viewers, I will teach you mathematics at the intermediate level. Today we are going to learn the concept of groups. Groups are included in our groups are taught at intermediate level and also in graduate and master's level, but here we will focus this topic according to the syllabus of intermediate. Before going to understand the concept of groups, there are certain important things which are necessary to understand the groups. The first one is binary operation. This is very important to understand that what is binary operation. A star is called a binary operation on the set S if for all A and B belong to S, A star B also belongs to S. This is the exact definition of the binary operation, that what binary operation is. I repeat the definition again. A star is said to be a binary operation on S if for all A and B belong to S, A binary operation B also belongs to S. For example, addition is a binary operation on the set of natural numbers. Why addition is binary operation on the set of natural numbers? Because now we know that the elements of n are 1, 2, 3 and so on. These are the elements of the set of natural numbers. Now we are going to take just two elements from this set. For example, 2 and 3, we all know that these two elements 2 and 3 belong to the set n. Now we are going to add 2 with 3. 2 plus 3 you all know that equals to 5, and 5 also belongs to the set of natural numbers, and the addition is binary operation on the set of natural numbers n. So this is the concept of binary operation, that what binary operation is. Another example of the binary operation is that multiplication is also a binary operation on the set of natural numbers. That means that if we will be taking two elements from the set of natural numbers, for example 3 and 5, 3 and 5 both belong to the set of natural numbers. When we will multiply 3 and 5 with each other, the result will be 15, because 3 into 5 equals to 15. So multiplication is also a binary operation on the set of natural numbers. So this is the concept of binary operation. I hope that this concept is very much clear to you as I have explained. Pascal. We were discussing about the binary operations. Now we are going to learn a table which is used to prove that either the given operation is binary on the given set or not. That is called a composition table or multiplication table. This table is valid only when the set is finite. Now this is multiplication or composition table. For example, we have a set, suppose S, and its elements are 1, omega and omega square. Now 1 omega and omega square are the cube roots of unity. You all know about these three numbers, 1 omega and omega square. These are three cube roots of unity. Now multiplication is a binary operation on this set S, whose elements are 1 omega and omega square. Now we will learn that how table is used to prove that multiplication is binary operation on this set. This is the multiplication table or composition table. The operation which is to be proved, that is multiplication. The elements of the set S are 1 omega and omega square. These elements will be written in this way, in the first row and the first column 2. Now multiply 1 with 1, that is 1. Multiply 1 with omega, it will be omega. 1 multiplied with omega square, it is omega square. Omega into 1, that is omega. Omega into omega is equal to omega square. Omega and omega square, when will be multiplied with each other, we will be getting omega cube, and we know that omega cube equals to 1. Omega square into 1, that is omega square. Omega square into omega, that is omega cube, that equals to 1. Omega square into omega square, that is omega 4, and we know that omega 4 equals to omega. Now this table shows that when any two elements of set S are multiplied with each other, the result also comes in the set given. So it is proved that multiplication is binary operation on the set S, whose elements are 1 omega and omega square. So this was the composition table. I hope that you must have are very much clear about the table, that how multiplication table is used to prove that the given binary operation is binary operation on the given set or not. Thank you. Now we are going to learn different properties relating with the binary operation. So first, these are the properties of binary operation. The first one is commutative binary operation. Now if A binary operation B is equal to B binary operation A for all A and B belong to the set S, then star is called a commutative binary operation on S, because we know that commutative property is the property in which when any two elements are operated with each other in any way, the result comes same. For example, now plus or addition is a commutative binary operation on the set of natural numbers. Now because the elements of n are 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now when you will add any two elements in any order, the result will be the same. Suppose 1 plus 2 will be equal to 2 plus 1. The results of both will be equal to 3. So when you are going to add any two elements of set of natural numbers in any order, the result remains same. This is called a commutative binary operation. Next property is associative binary operation. Now, associative binary operation is that binary operation in which associative property is satisfied. So, if A binary operation B binary operation C in bracket equals to A binary operation B in bracket binary operation C for all A, B and C all belong to the set S, then this binary operation is star is called a associative binary operation on S. So these are the two properties which we have discussed, that what is commutative binary operation. I repeat it again. Commutative binary operation is the binary operation in which commutative property is verified, and associative binary operation is the binary operation in which associative property is satisfied. Now we move towards other properties of the binary operations. Now third property, that is existence of identity. Identity is already discussed in the previous classes. Identity actually is the number which, when is operated with any element, it does not affect, it does not change the identity of the number. That is the reason that this element is called as an identity element. For example, we know that 0 is additive identity. When 0 is added with any number, it will not change. For example, 0 plus 5 will be again equal to 5. 0 plus 10 will be equal to 10. Now 0 is not going to affect the identity of the number in which the 0 is added. That is why 0 is called an additive identity. Similarly, 1 is called a multiplicative identity, because when 1 is multiplied with any number, it does not affect it. It does not change the identity of the number. That is why 1 is called is an IND, multiplicative IND. So here in the groups we will be dealing with certain INDs with respect to the operations defined. So IND in general is actually an element which will be defined in this definition. So an element E, suppose, is called an identity with respect to the binary operation defined star if and only if a binary operation E is equal to E binary operation A is equal to A for all A and E both belong to the set S. 0, as I have already said that 0 is additive IND, 1 is multiplicative IND, but this IND is actually related with the set. Now, for example, in the set of natural numbers, 1 is the multiplicative IND because when 1 will be multiplied with any number, say 3, you will again get 3. Or when 1 is multiplied with any number, suppose 20, it will again be equal to 20. Now 1 is not going to affect the identity of the number, so 1 is called a multiplicative IND. So IND element generally is represented by small e. So this was the concept of IND. Now we are going to define another property that is called the existence of inverse or inversity. So what is the inverse element? This will be, I think, fourth one, that is the existence of inverse element. A dash is called an inverse of A for all A and A dash both belong to the same base if and only if A binary operation A dash is equal to A dash binary operation A is equal to E. So two elements of any set is are said to be inverses to each other when the binary operation is applied between these two elements. The result comes as an identity element. When the two elements are when two elements are operated with each other, when the result comes the identity element, the elements of that set are called inverses to each other. For example, addition is in addition zero is an identity set of integers, because in the set of integers we know that positive, negative and 0 elements are included. So if 2 and minus 2 are added with each other, we will be getting the 0 as the identity element. So 0 is the identity element,